Scientific word is Conium maculatum. Maculatum. The poison hemlock is a flowering plant with fleshy, carrot-like roots that can grow up to 5 to 8 feet tall. This plant has a smooth green hollow stem, usually spotted or streaked with red or purple on the lower half of the stem. This plant has poisonous alkaloids in them, which can cause the, negative reaction. And alkaloids are generally composed of oxygen, hydrogen, carbon, and nitrogen. So, I'm not a plant expert, but I feel like that's basically everything in a plant.
Everything and everything.
Right, yeah. Some alkaloids are considered toxic, but others are often used medicinally. Alkaloids one might encounter in everyday life include caffeine, the drugs atropine and quinine.
Oh, that's in tonic water.
Oh, cool.
That's what makes tonic water bitter, and I think that it used to be put in tonic water for, treatment of yellow fever or something.
Oh, shit.
It used to have a higher content of quinine back in the day. Or whatever. I don't know if I'm saying that right either. That's just my...
I mispronounce words all the time. I'm just, waiting for someone to be like, you can't pronounce shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it was originally used as a prophylactic against malaria. That's what it was.
Malaria. Oh, snap. But yeah, so I guess alkaloids are relatively rare in plants. So this hemlock has no relation to the coniferous eastern hemlock tree in Northern America. If ingested, conium will cause paralysis of various body systems. Paralysis of the respiratory system is the usual cause of death. Meanwhile, the victim can't move, but is aware of what is happening as the mind is unaffected until death is imminent. So, a slow and agonizing death, I can only assume.
Yeah, suffocating.
Ugh, I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. The most famous case of hemlock poisoning was that of Greek philosopher Socrates in 399 BC. The 70-year-old was found guilty of heresy in a trial in Athens. His sentence was death by hemlock, and he had to drink the poison by his own hand. So Socrates drank up, then walked around until he noticed his legs were heavy. And then there's a famous painting made in 1787 by Jacques Louis David. Socrates was surrounded by his students and adherents as he slowly died.
Sad.
So bad. Fluff, their religion, alright, philosophy is not of the devil.
Right. He got sentenced to death just for having different ideas about religion.
Yep, and everything as whole, the universe, and just, so messed up. So this one I thought was really cool. So this is the Deathly Nightshade, Atropa belladonna. The flowering plant is native to Europe and can grow up to 10 feet tall if left to grow for years. Although all parts of the plant are poisonous, the shiny black berries are most poisonous. The words belladonna mean pretty woman in English. This name may have came from the use of belladonna to dilate the eyes in order to make a woman more attractive to men. Atropine is used during surgery to regulate the heartbeat, decrease salivation, and paralyze muscles. In eye surgery, it relaxes the muscles and dilates the eyes. Another drug found in nightshade is scopolamine, which has some of the same properties as atropine and, in very dilute quantities, is also used for motion sickness and to combat drug addiction. Famous users of nightshade are not confirmed, but legend has it when Agrippina the Younger hired the serial killer Locusta to kill the Roman Emperor Claudius, she used nightshade. Before he became king in 1040, Macbeth supposedly used nightshade to poison an army of Danes who invaded Scotland. The legend goes that Macbeth's soldiers poisoned the invading Danes with wine made with the sweet fruit of the deadly nightshade. Indeed, it has the sweetness of the berries that often lures children and unwitting adults to consume the lethal plants. So that is kind of scary. It's like, oh, this tastes good, and then you're like, boom, dead.
Yeah. No thanks.
Mm-hmm. So the berries are about the size of cherries. It causes paralysis in involuntary muscles of the body, including the heart. So it can just like make your heart stop. Even physical contact with the leaves of this plant can cause skin irritation as well.
Nope.
Yep.
Did it say where it was found? Oh, Europe.
Yeah.
It's native to Europe.
So I thought that was kind of crazy. Like, oh, here, try some wine. And I'd be like, okay, boom, dead.
Yikes. Scopolamine, I've heard of that before. I think that it's that, I want to say that, like, mind control drug. Oh yeah, it says scopolamine is this mind control drug, the most dangerous in the world. After a devil's breath.
Blow it in someone's face, and if you breathe it, oof.
Crazy.
I hate it. My next one is white snake root, Allegoritina altissima. This plant was responsible for the death of Abraham Lincoln's mother, Nancy Hanks. White snake root is a North American herb with flat-topped clusters of white small flowers and contains a toxic alcohol known as trematol, which is also known as milk sickness. Unlike those who have died directly from ingesting deadly plants, poor Nancy Hanks was poisoned by simply drinking milk from the cow who had grazed on the plant. Indeed, both the meat and the milk from poisoned livestock can pass the toxin to human consumers. Symptoms of milk poisoning include the loss of appetite, nausea, weakness, abdominal discomfort, reddened tongue, abnormal acidity of the blood, and death. Luckily, farmers are now aware of this life-threatening hazard and make efforts to remove the plant from animal pastures.
Efforts. Oh. Better make 100% you remove that from animal pastures.
We do the best we can, you know?
No.
The next one is strychnine. Strychnine is made from seeds of a plant, Strychnus nux vomica. This is found in Asia and Australia. The poison was first isolated from the plant in 1818 by two French chemists. Lord forgive me, but I'm going to try and say their names. So, Pierre-Joseph Pelletier and Joseph Benningham Caventou, who also isolated quinine.
There it is. Quinine.
Quinine.
That's the tonic one.
Oh, okay. Which was used to treat malaria. Yup, you right from measles. This has been used as a homeopathic remedy in very diluted forms, a performance-enhancing drug for athletes, a slight hallucinogenic used to cut with street drugs, and most commonly as rat poisoning.
Ooh.
Strychnine is an alkaloid, like hemlock or atropine, that paralyzes a victim and causes death by respiratory failure. There is no antidote for strychnine. This is fluffed up. So Dr. Thomas Neil Cream killed at least 7 women and 1 man, possibly many more, between 1878 and 1892 by giving them strychnine as medicine, both in the US and England. After serving 10 years of a life sentence in America, he returned to London to continue poisoning his patients. What the flip?
Just because?
I didn't get into any, background info, but he would be a good topic if we did want to do, doctor killers.
Yeah.
Maybe do a deep dive.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, continue.
So he continued poisoning his patients back in London. Cream was convicted of murder in England and executed in 1892. Some have speculated that Cream might even be Jack the Ripper, but records indicate that Cream was in prison in the U.S. when the Whitechapel murders occurred. So, there's been a lot of speculation that Jack the Ripper might have been a doctor, because the way he cut his victims were super neat and clean and precise, like a surgeon.
Interesting. I don't know a whole lot about Jack the Ripper.
He's scary. I don't like it.
No, we run a spooky scary show channel and true crime and stuff, and I'm not really all that into serial killers. They freak me out.
I mean, I'm on the fence about it. It is very alluring to, want to learn about them. But at the same time, we shouldn't glorify them. That only, encourage, copycat killers.
Yeah, romanticize.
Yep.
There's a lot of weird-ass people out there. Probably most of our audience. I'm sorry for insulting you. But you weird.
Y'all are weird, okay? But we love you, so stay.
So stay.
Please. My last one is one that we all know, arsenic. Arsenic is a metalloid element, atomic weight 33. It occurs in small amounts in air, water, and soil, and in greater amounts in volcanic ash, and in copper and gold mines. It's a lot of ands. Because it kills insects, a compound called chromated copper arsenate, or CCA, was used from the 1950s to 2003 to preserve pressure-treated wood. Arsenic has been used in medicines. It was once the indicated treatment for syphilis. It's been used in chemical warfare and as a pesticide. Various arsenic compounds are used to color paint and fireworks and as a semiconductor in integrated circuits. It is also used to harden metal for ammunition and the process of bronzing. So this shit you can use for everything,
yeah, that's
man.
Interesting. I didn't know that it was used so widely. I just always think of arsenic as deadly poison.
It's apple seeds! Dun dun dun!
Is it?
I think it is an apple seeds, but you have to eat, so much. Arsenic kills by inhibiting the production of necessary enzymes. Small amounts of arsenic ingested over time, possibly through drinking water, can raise the probability of cancer. Acute poisoning causes stomach cramps, diarrhea, confusion, convulsions, vomiting, and death. So I was like, damn. So murder by arsenic was popular in the Middle Ages as the substance was easy to procure and the symptoms of poisoning resembles those of cholera. Now evidence of arsenic poisoning is easier to find. Chronic arsenic ingestion can be found months, even years later in the victim's hair and fingernails. The most famous arsenic poisoners were the Bulgaria family in the Middle Ages. It was said that a little arsenic improved the taste of wine, and the gracious Bulgarias made sure their guests had the best tasting wine possible. So 2 wines, and I'd be dead.
The best wine you'll ever have. Because you'll be dead.
The best and last.
Yes. Jeez.
I know. And this could go on for, like, ever. There's so many plants that have, like, you know, crazy things that it does to your body.
Did you see the poison garden that has all the poisonous plants?
Mm-hmm.
The Allenwick Poison Garden. It's in Allenwick Castle in the town of Allenwick, Northumberland, England.
Ooh, let's go.
Features over 100 plant species of varying degrees of toxicity.
That would be so cool.
Eee. I guess most of them you just need to not eat, but still. Don't eat, touch, smell, or do not touch, smell, or eat any plant. Children must be accompanied at all times.
Oh, yikes. Isn't there another garden? It's like the Garden of Death or something, and it has like that one that blooms that smells like a rotting corpse.
Oh yeah, and it only blooms like once every fucking 100 years or something, and then it's like really disgusting.
Yeah, boy. That's crazy. That'd be so cool. I would love to go check that stuff out.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I feel like we learned a lot of big words, a lot of Latin words, you know.
That we don't know how to pronounce.
That is true. But, you know, at least we are that much more safe in the wilderness.
Right. Just don't eat anything if you don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's true. Alrighty, so I better go see if my sister is in labor. Oh my god.
What? Well, next time we record, hopefully you will be an aunt.
Yes! I'm so excited, guys. I can't even tell ya.
We will talk to you next week.
See ya later, ghosties!
Bye-bye!